I'm so excited. You know, it's funny. I looked this Italian Ms. Meloni up when I heard about her about a week ago, and I couldn't find any just straight up information on her. Everything was she's a fascist, she's a racist, she's this, she's that. And I thought, wow, this is somebody who I can relate to because they're doing the same thing about me. And it makes me realize that if they're not calling you all of these slurs, if they're not attacking you, then you're probably not truly representing the people of your country.
It's all, she's a fascist, she's a racist. And I thought, she's like me. That is a hell of a soundbite, Kari Lake. By the way, you need to understand the context, okay? This is crucial. Before that clip, the way that Tucker introduced her was, she was one of the people who noticed this movement in Italy and was sounding the alarm about it before anyone else. So thank you for doing that. And then he introduced her and she drops this bomb. I first read about her a week ago and I couldn't find any information. He's like pretending she's Nostradamus, who 60 years ago predicted the rise of the far right in Italy. She Googled her a week ago and apparently couldn't find any information. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. You can find any number of different things that she said, her entire political history, her quotes about Mussolini, all of that is available. Neither of them has any curiosity whatsoever. They understand what the purpose that she serves as a symbol, how the far right in the US can use her. Beyond that, they don't care. Any of her actual quotes or actual positions, those might be inconvenient. Those might scare people away because it so directly invokes the dark history of World War II.
It was just so crazy that she admitted that she just Googled her for the first time. Also, I love that she referred to fascism and being called racist as slurs. Because I mean, it's genuinely true. The worst thing you can call a white conservative is a racist. They think it's as bad, if not worse, than being called the N-word. So to them, that probably resonates really strongly. Calling someone racist is a slur.
Yeah, and she also said something to the effect of there, if they're not calling you a racist or a fascist, then you're not representing the people. And I feel like you could do it without meriting those attacks. I feel like a couple people have probably done it historically without being called fascists.
My question is, will you accept the results of your election in November?
I'm gonna win the election and I will accept that result.
If you lose, will you accept that?
I'm gonna win the election and I will accept that result.
Okay, so it goes on like that for quite a while. And let me answer for Kari Lake. She is going to say that it was stolen from her if she lied. I mean, that's the most obvious thing in the world, okay? Like, by the way, still a good job by the reporter to keep asking. You can't twist her arm. You can't make her come out and say it. The only thing I guess you can do is keep asking and make a moment out of it. But the reason we wanted to play this clip of Kari Lake is one, we don't talk enough about this race, and it's a race that Kari Lake looks like she has a good chance of winning. You can see in the most recent aggregate of polling that she's currently up by almost a point over Katie Hobbs. But also, while there are so many things going on in America that we have to track, and we care about the war against the trans community, we care about people's ability to determine what happens to their own bodies, and we care about a lot of different things. The backdrop of all that is we are almost certainly going to head into December with a lot more people in elected office that have no interest whatsoever in democracy. And hopefully some of them will be stopped from getting in those positions, but there are gonna be more election deniers and automatic believers in fraud, even in Republican primaries, once we get through this election. She's one of the most prominent ones. I don't know if it makes you feel any better or worse about the situation, in that this is clearly a performance she's putting on. Just a couple of years ago, she didn't like Trump, she wasn't interested in any of this. That personally, to me, seems worse, not better. But understand that yes, there are gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be waiting to use their newfound positions of power to help people like Donald Trump the next time he loses an election and would like to win instead.